I would like you to speak to that.
Well, thank you very much, and I want to appreciate our fathers in the studio. Oluwatoyin, in government, I am an economist.
Okay.
There is room for bargain. That's number one. Then number two, you getting to the point of being a leader requires some sacrifices, and at the same time, you need to focus on your agenda. Why did Babangida annul 1993 election? Who called Abacha and Babangida from Britain? Who called them? And don't forget, this time we had one man who was the Prime Minister of Britain then, and that is, I think, John Major. Britain loved military rulers because they were working hand to hand. But because of Abiola's activism, yes, everybody has their...
On reparation, if I may come in. I have a copy of his lecture that he delivered at the Faculty of Social Studies. I was there live.
Thank you, sir.
On reparation. And I knew, because I'm a Marxist, I read a lot of Karl Marx and whatever, and I knew that the Western world aren't going to allow this man to...
They aren't going to allow him.
They didn't allow Olowu. How come they will allow somebody who will put them
Thank you, sir.
to come and pay reparation for forced slavery, unlike today that whereby we have voluntary slavery. Our doctors are going out in droves, nurses, professionals, computer engineers, we are not going out in voluntary, entering air-conditioned aeroplane to go to Europe and America.
And at the same time, sir, at that very moment, at the same time, sir, let's remember that Britain was actually 100% involved and wish that Nigeria be dominated by Christians. They remember that Abiola was one of those people that built over 161 mosques. They never remember that Abiola was the one that was selling cheap books. They never remember that Abiola was the one that built many churches. They never remember that Abiola was the one that was taking business from southern region to northern region. That is because they had their plan. And Babangida said Abacha was the one. Now, after Shonekan, what happened? Abacha got... Who helped Abacha? The same Babangida.
The Muslim knows the meaning of Khalifa. That is Obalola. That is the next king to come. So there is, whether written or not written, an arrangement between them that Abacha is going to succeed him. So that was what he said. He said there are interests that they will have killed Abiola, because Abacha was that desperate to become president or head of state.
Head of state, and he was chief of defense staff.
So he said they will have, but I regard he's still alive. But to his face, I'll tell him he's a coward. That is Babangida. Look at Nigeria in the 1960 coup. In 1966 coup, Aguiyi came to visit Adekunle in Ibadan, Western State or Western region. He said, if you kill Aguiyi, you can't kill my guests and leave me alone. That is Major General Adekunle Fajuyi. He became a national hero. Today, Babangida will have written his name in gold. And who says it's only God that has the power of life and death? Who says Abacha will have succeeded in killing him if he had done the needful of putting MK Abiola in his right? Let him go, they get there and spoil his father's name.
Yes, I don't think we are getting out of the trap we are between now and the next election.
Okay.
Because virtually everybody who will be coming on board are those who still so much believe in the Western world, are those who does not really love the people, and they are still the set of headlights who have taken over power through their wealth. They have taken over power through all means and through the formations of syndicate or groups they might have had, and they have also used that political power to get for themselves economic wealth. Today, every one of them will be going into that election, are having the wealth, they are having the resources, and that is what they are also going to use to win election, even the Osun State election and the one coming in 2027.